In a quiet corner of an aging town, where the roads were cracked and memories hung in the air like old photographs, lived an old man named Raghov and his wife Mira. They lived in a one-room hut, built from broken bricks and rusted tin sheets, perched near the railway tracks. The sound of trains passing became the rhythm of their lives, constant, distant, and unnoticed by the world. Raghov had once been a skilled carpenter. His hands, though now trembling, had once carved beauty from wood. Mira, gentle and resilient, had spent her life beside him, never once complaining about the hardships they faced. They had no children. Life had given them only each other. Every morning, Raghov would leave early with a sack of wooden toys. Animals, carts, and tiny cradles he crafted with whatever scraps he found. He would sit by the roadside, under the banyan tree, trying to sell them to passers-by. Some days he earned enough for a meal. Most days, he returned with unsold toys and an empty stomach. Mira waited for him each evening, a small fire burning and a pot of thin lentil soup bubbling quietly. No matter how little they had, she made sure Raghov never saw disappointment in her eyes. She'd smile, take the sack from his tired shoulders, and say, "We have each other. That's enough." But age does not wait for love. It crept into their bones, slowed their steps, and turned the colors of their world gray. One winter, Mira fell ill. Her cough grew deeper, her breathing heavier. Raghov sold his tools, then his wooden cart, and finally the small radio she loved, just to buy her medicine, but the doctors at the government hospital only shook their heads. "She's too weak," they said. "She needs rest, warmth, and better food." Raghov wrapped her in every blanket he had, lit extra fires with the last of their wood, and held her hand through the cold nights. He stopped making toys. His hands trembled too much. Instead, he begged by the temple gates. People pitied him, but their coins were few. One night, with the wind howling through cracks in their walls, Mira looked at him with tears in her eyes. "Why do you suffer so much for me?" she whispered. "Because you are my home," he replied, his voice breaking. "Without you, I am nothing but a man with hands and no purpose." She smiled then, weak but filled with love. "Promise me one thing," she said. "When I'm gone, light the lamp in our window every night, so I can find my way back to you in another life." And that night, while holding his hand, Mira closed her eyes and slipped into a sleep from which she would not wake. The town continued to move on. The trains still passed. People still hurried to their destinations, unaware of the old man who now sat alone in the small hut by the tracks. But every evening, as the sun dipped behind the trees, a flickering oil lamp appeared in the tiny window of that hut. Raghov lit it with shaking hands, whispering, "Come find me, Mira. I'm still here." He lived like that for 2 more years. Silent, waiting, watching the lamp flicker in the dark. When neighbors found him one morning, still and peaceful, the lamp had burned out beside him. But some say, on cold winter nights, if you walk near the old railway tracks, you'll see a small light glowing in the ruins of that hut. And if you listen closely, the wind might carry a whisper. We found each other again.